It appears that your guests enjoyed themselves and had a very good time. After having been on your feet all day, you decide to forego your cleanup duties and leave cleaning of the kitchen until the a.m. You put your children to bed, you grab your partner by the hand, you retreat to your bedroom for the evening. At approximately 3 a.m., you are awakened by the sounds of the smoke detectors going off. Frightened, you jumped out of your bed to find smoke billowing beneath your doors. You awaken your partner, you grab the children, you escape to safety. When I was a child, my sister occupied the upstairs apartment of our family home. I would spend a lot of time there myself, whether or not she was in the apartment. And one afternoon, I decided to experiment with smoking a cigarette. After I was about halfway through the cigarette, I heard noise downstairs, which seemed to me as if someone was at home. Panicked, I threw the cigarette behind my sister's dresser, but it was a false alarm. It was just a mailman delivering mail. Frightened by my experience, I went to my bedroom and I closed the door. Shortly after, I could hear water pouring down in the halls. The sprinkler system had been activated. The house was on fire. Have you ever heard a news reporter say, the cause of fire is not yet determined whenever he's reporting on a house fire? Have you ever wondered how the cause is determined? The National Fire Protection Association, the NFPA, reports that in 2012 there were 1.5 million fires in the United States. These fires caused 2,855 civilian deaths, 16,500 civilian injuries, and $12.4 billion in property damage. Let's take a brief look at some of the scenarios. While not all fires are the same, there is no such thing as friendly fire, and all fire is capable of destruction. We all know that you have house fires, business fires, factory fires, you have fires in brushes and in forests, etc. Now let's take a look at how the cause of a house fire is determined. We first begin with an investigative team which consists of the fire department, the electrical engineer, the police department, and the scientist. I'll get back to that scientist in just a moment. The investigative team is responsible for determining the area of origin. This is the room in the house that the fire started. From this point, the point of origin is determined, which is the exact area in that room that the fire started. Scientists, chemists to be exact, from a very small rendering of an object, can identify what that object was. If it were a blanket that caught on fire, if it was a pillow, whatever it was, through laboratory investigation, they can identify what that object was. Fire investigation is a very interesting science. Schools such as Slippery Rock University here in Pennsylvania, as well as the University of Florida, all have degrees in fire science. Fires present a major social and economic problem for our country. For more information, we can go to www.nfpa.org. Fire investigation has come a very long way since my experiment with a cigarette back in 1980. At that time, the fire marshal determined that the cause of fire was an electrical fire. Now, to his credit, he had the correct location, which was the wall where my sister's dresser once rested. However, only I alone knew the actual cause, until now, that is. Unfortunately, as we can see, the cause of this fire could have been prevented had the homeowners decided to clean the kitchen that evening. They would have found the cloth on the stove which caused the fire.